you having before next summer? Okay.
No, we're not farming anymore. So this is the last of our stuff.
That's so sad.
Thank you. But we are pretty happy, so.
It's a good thing.
Also great at the same time.
So there were a few months after we had decided that we weren't going to farm anymore, that we didn't really know what we were going to do. We didn't know where we were going to live. We didn't know what our jobs were going to be. We just knew that we needed a change for ourselves and for our kids, just to have more of a life that we'd imagined. And so after getting through the, all those hard pieces of leaving the farm, leaving our business, doing all those things that we'd invested so much time into, we had a really hard time. It was just, mentally, it was really rough to, to feel that way because we didn't have financial resources. We didn't have any means to get off the farm. My name is Larry Neskey. My family and I just moved to Butte a few months ago from about an hour north of Missoula. We used to live in St. Ignatius, and we'd been farming for the last 9 years. And we moved to Butte in July. We wanted to buy a house, so we thought that Butte would be a great place because it hasn't blown up exactly like some other places have. So we came to visit last year and fell in love with it. We've got a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. They both have extra medical needs, and so starting a few years ago, we started to spend a lot of time driving to Missoula. And so there was a lot of car time going to therapies and appointments. And also our kids, like when we would have an appointment in Missoula, granted it's only an hour appointment, but then the driving makes it so they miss an entire day of school, essentially. So I always say, we didn't choose to live so rurally just so that we could live in a car. Screen printed thing says, "Butte, America, I want to live here." And I remember seeing that the first time that we came here, and I was like, yeah, they get it.
Once we figured out where we were going, which was, finding or coming up with the idea that we wanted to look for a house in Butte, it really wasn't until we kind of figured out that this is where we wanted to land. And once we started looking at houses, it was like, oh, okay, we could see that place in the future of what our lives might be like. And I think after we had that, had made that decision and figured out where we were going, everything was pretty smooth from there. But it was definitely tough to get to that point. It was a big change.
It was really hard. It didn't really feel possible that we'd be able to ever move off the farm. And slowly I just kind of started feeling out different resources, and I learned about a rural development grant, a rural development mortgage, and so I went for that to try and get a mortgage to leave the farm. We did not qualify because we didn't have any paychecks for the last few years. And we tried a couple more lenders, couldn't get a mortgage. And then finally reached out to Julie at Homeword and took the home buyer class. And really it was that, after being denied by 4 lenders and Julie being like, no, we can do this, we'll get you there. And I believed her, and she was right. With her help, she really pointed us in the direction of the right lender and just kind of how to make things happen. And we're so grateful to Homeword for that. We wouldn't be here without that. All of this really feels possible because of Homeword and all of the support we got from them. And because of that, we can walk to the M, and we can enjoy the city lights, and we can walk for a coffee or walk to the corner bar. All of those things that we haven't been able to do for so long, and we really missed a lot. For years, Larry and I would always say that what we missed the most was just biking places rather than just going on bike rides, because it was too far to bike to places where we were in Mission. And it always felt like such a silly thing to be the thing. But then after coming to Butte and bringing our bikes the first time, we were like, oh no, this is so important to us. And it's such a game changer, life changer, quality of life improvement to be able to do that, to be able to leave the house and go somewhere not in a car has been such an incredible change in our life. And truly all of it comes back to the support we got from Homeword.